So wait, if if Egad turned all of those ghosts and Boolossus into paintings, like, did he purposely want to have a reverse function in there? Because think about it, if he didn't have the reverse function, wouldn't that pretty much make it so he couldn't so when King Boo came and took everything, because I believe he said that they used this machine to turn them back. What if it didn't have the reverse function though? Would that mean like the whole plan couldn't have worked and this would have never happened? That'd be funny. That's just a thought. And it's a Mario game, so not a serious criticism. I don't know. I'm always worried that people are will take some of my complaining quotation marks as serious criticisms. Like, no, I'm just joking around. The ghosts are invisible, so we need to press them into visible forms. And presto, turn them into beautiful ghost patriots. Portraits? I think it's portraits. Well, we managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi. We're not even an hour yet. It's only been 42 minutes? Oh my. Neville, Lydia... I believe they all have a gold frame too. So... from when I was visiting my cousin, I believe someone pointed out on stream that your frame for them is different depending on how you caught them, or like how good you did with catching them. So this is excluding the big bosses or the ones that teleport you to like another dimension, or however you want to say it. You don't have whatever your view on that is, but we'll just call them mini bosses. The mini bosses, if you catch them in one go, you will get them in a gold frame. So that means like you never break, like once you start vacuuming them, you never lose that connection, I guess. So you do the vacuum in one go. With the big bosses, I believe you just gotta be at 100% health when you finish it. Like you can't lose too much health, or you have to do it in a certain amount of tries. I don't remember what the qualification for is with for the big bosses. Now we can see how much money we've gotten. I like how Luigi just stands there. Where will you go, Luigi? The mansion. Careful now, Luigi. Creepy old man whipping you off into the mansion. Yeah, I met some really cool people in Destiny 2, and it's one of those cases where it's like it really makes you glad you didn't like do something else, you know? That in this case I didn't go to sleep or decide to, I don't know, go out of the house or something like that, you know? Okay, I believe, actually, yeah, so we got the vines on the doors. Those always kind of spooked me as a kid too. I think I may have kind of wandered off there earlier too. Now I remember I was talking about, like as a kid, I'd say they're like I got scared, and when I say that, I don't mean like from my memory at least. I don't remember like, you know, screaming or running off or anything like that. I just mean I was incredibly like uneasy, and I think at certain, like I was like, you know, I wanted to be like in blankets. I wanted to be next to someone. I didn't want to be by myself. So, if anything, I was just really uneasy, but it wasn't like... Get out of here. But yeah, it's not like I was legitimately like scared shitless or something. Or occupied. Oh, fuck off. Oh, what the fuck? No, no. Like, I remember, like, I was kind of giving my cousin a hard time. Like, these guys just want a hug. They just want a hug. What's he looking at? What are you looking at, Luigi? Da 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 da. Yeah, it looks like you've run into a bit of a trouble there. Maybe you need more training. There are some ghosts who will try to grab and hold you. When that happens, try moving your control stick back and forth to shake them off. I know. It's the age-old struggle for survival, my boy. Don't lose heart, Luigi. Very literally. Okay, why is he looking up? Can we actually... Hang on. Okay, that's great. I know. No? Okay. Now he's not looking. Is there like something up there? I don't know, he was looking up though, so I was just... But I really value those memories of games that made me uneasy or scared. And like, being scared is a weird feeling in itself, just because as much as I don't like being scared, it's something like... And you know, I was watching a video on this, and I think it's accurate that in some ways you almost like to be scared. Not all the time, obviously, but some people at least. Some of us almost like to get scared. I mean, obviously that's why there's people out there that enjoy horror games. But while I don't particularly like being scared, as a kid, like, as just where I am now, it's like I view those games, or I value those games that did kind of unsettle me when I was younger. These Shy Guy ghosts have masks that you gotta vacuum off. It's nice that they have... I kind of feel bad because they're just trying to dance, and Luigi's like, fuck you, you don't get to dance. No, this is a no dance zone. You hear that? This is a no dance zone. Some of you may notice that in the other floor where there was the baby and whatnot, there was another room that we didn't go into, and we will return to that later. And again, I like stuff like that when they leave some doors unlocked, to kind of just make you wonder a little bit. It's like, really makes you want to know what's back there. So when you do finally get the key, I think it's kind of nice. Like, it can be satisfying, you know. Okay, I think scanning these guys can be a little difficult, assuming you don't actually hit the X button. I definitely got that one. So you could see me. Well, that may be, but you will never find my weakness. Ah! I don't think this gent can even see us. Isn't it like... Oh, look at that money. Huh! I guess this might get a little tedious if I don't remember what their weakness is. It's definitely not yelling Mario isn't going to do anything. It's definitely not their weakness. Trying to like look to see if there's something I'm missing, maybe. Okay, there we go. I don't know if I quite understand what I was supposed to be doing there. Come on. Let's get away from that mushroom. Because that will stop the vacuum. Because you can't use your vacuum when you're mini, so just for those of you who wonder. It's right behind us. I actually remember, and we discussed this a little bit. With, I talked to my cousin a little bit about this, but God, now I feel dumb because like I remember it. Oh, so what? Oh, it's flowers. So much dust. This will never pass the white glove test. Huh. The way I remember is I remember that me and my brother got stuck at one point, and I think my cousin was stuck too, so we kind of helped each other out. I think we may have helped her out with a different game actually though. I can't remember for the life of me. We talked about it. I believe she said that it was a different game. But still, it's like one of those memories that you just kind of have, you know. I don't know why we didn't just use the internet, but we didn't. Granted, that I think that was maybe mid or late 2000s. Because I hadn't moved to where I'm living now, in the city I'm living now at least. So I know it was definitely like probably 10 or younger. Oh, I could have got him right there. Keep vacuuming too early now. You really gotta get that timing down. So you can definitely tell something's wrong in this room because it seems a lot smaller than it should be. And I know this now, but it's a really nice little touch. Like, it's design that I really like. So you can see that, like, in the mirror there's something back here, and turns out that's a button. And it's so cool that it's like they didn't just want it to be on the wall that you can see. They want it to be the other wall that you can't typically see because it's, you know, the wall they make invisible so you can see Luigi, but they put the mirror there so you can see it. And like, it's such a small detail that you can easily miss over it, or you just won't think much of it, but it's, you know, actually something, and that's really nice. That always kind of creeped me out because it's, I don't know, because like you can, it's almost like, I almost think of Batman just because of, it looks like, you know how like Batman's mask, it doesn't really cover his mouth or like chin, like it leaves that part open, and that's kind of what that looks like. It's really dark over here. Who's there? Who dares disturb our sleep? Oh, it's Luigi. Look, guys, Luigi's finally here. We're gonna do what you did to your brother, only worse. What's on his back? You guys, Poltergeist 3000, everybody scram! I'm sorry, I kind of had to read that as fast as possible. Question marks. Luigi, are you okay? That was them. Those were the ones who released all of the ghosts from the paintings in my gallery. Those fiends. I wonder where King Boo and his gang had gone. So they were hiding in the mansion all along? Thanks for flushing him out, Luigi. I'm tickled you found him, but perhaps it would have been better if you hadn't. Well, let every single one escape. But why were they in there now? Just a thought. Oh well, water under the bridge anyways. You should probably come back to lab for a sec. Yeah, I don't... So they trapped themselves in there? Like, as a kid, I always thought that, like... I think as a kid, I thought that EGAD put them there. But, you know, I was a kid, so I didn't really think it through fully. But now it's like... He didn't put them there. But why were they down there? I don't understand. Oh well, not a big deal. I've been waiting for you, Luke. For you. Young Luigi. I'm not tired, but apparently my body just wants to yawn right now. Your brother must have been taken by that gang of boos. Poor feller. Oh no, don't talk crazy. They're not gonna eat the man. But what became of him? Odd that he hasn't come back. Common theory holds that boos grow in strength when they travel in numbers. They must somehow combine their powers. 2. Their power likely overwhelmed your brother. If your aim is to save Mario, there's but one way to do it. Capture each boo and slowly weaken the group's power. But boos, as their name implies, like to hide and then jump out. Scare people. You've got your work cut out finding them. Don't get it all down in the mouth, boy. My boy. That Game Boy horror I gave you has a secret function. I knew it would come in handy one day, so developed it secretly. From who, though? It's not like you're working with anybody, so aren't all your projects technically a secret or not a secret? I call it the Boo Radar. The Boo Radar will flash red when something round like a boo is hidden nearby. Use it to search everywhere, Luigi. Alright now, Sonny, don't go tuckering yourself out, relax. And just try to get those boos one at a time. The trick is using the control stick and the C-stick together, don't forget now. Where will you go, Luigi? The mansion. So boos are a little different in that you don't exactly lock onto them like you do with other ghosts. And by that I mean when you're vacuuming them, you don't... It's kind of hard to explain, but like you'll see when I'm trying to get one. So I think we'll do it now. We'll kind of go to the rooms that we've already been in. Because pretty much the idea is that there's one boo in each room. I am Bamboo. So he kind of locks on, but it's more free aim, so to speak. I forgot that he sort of locks on, but it's not like, you know, you don't see him going into animation of where he's trying to pull back and everything. Mercy, you've already caught your first boo. I've been researching those guys. Well, these boos don't seem to light much, that's for sure. They do their best to hide in. Fuck, this is annoying. Hide in and under furniture when they're stuck in a lit room. So then I reckon that means that turning on all the lights in the mansion is the fastest way to find all of the boos. When you say, youngster. Okay, now send me the boo and all the data you've got. So this it'll always ask you if you want to save. That boo icon is a little silly too. Yamba. I don't know why. I'm not tired, but the human body's weird. Look at me. Who's that? Okay, yeah. So they can also just go to other rooms, and that's where these guys can get frustrating, especially the later ones who will have, I think, up to like 300 health. Oh, you're on fire, Luigi. On fire. Okay, now send me that boo and all the data you've got. Yep. So right now they're easy because they're low health and all that, but it's definitely not a huge problem. I don't think it'll make anyone throw your controller, but it does get a little aggravating if you run into one that keeps going through walls, or sometimes when they go through certain walls. What? Like, because sometimes there's two like rooms that connect, but to get to one room you have to go to a different floor, or like you have to go like some convoluted way, like downstairs on the main floor, and go back to a different set of stairs to get to the other side of that floor, because that floor isn't connected to the other half of the floor, if this makes sense. Fantastic, way to go, Luigi. Okay, now send me that boon, all that I've got. I think I'll stop reading that.